Hey everyone, FTA here. What you're about to see is probably the worst run from Platformania. Uh, because I was playing it, and also just because of the technical difficulties. Um, this was supposed to be a fun little run through Lego Sonic Dimensions with special guest star Mike Pollock, current voice of Dr. Eggman, among many other things. However, we were having big problems because my PC is, to give it its technical name, a steaming pile of crap. Really messed up for us during streaming of this. We had hoped that OBS would have actually recorded everything, like our audio and such. But unfortunately, the only thing we have is what was streamed, which is not much. In a roughly hour and a half stream, we have about 40 minutes, but we thought we'd upload it just to keep Platformania complete, and also there are a handful of good things from Mike Pollock, so it's broken up into about four different sections. We do apologize. Keep a lookout because we did redo Lego Song Dimensions later on with a complete run through with a much better quality of stream, although unfortunately the gameplay is still bad because I am playing it. So apologies for issues. And I know there were a few people who donated to get Mike to read things and such, which again he was said on the day, but unfortunately we don't seem to have recordings of those. So the only thing I can say is that we guarantee next year we will not have, or touch wood, next year I will try and guarantee that on my end. We will not have any more problems with this. So again, apologies for that, and please try to enjoy the first run of Lego Sonic Dimensions. Okay, everyone. Welcome back to day 2 of Platformania. We're now on game 3, I believe.
Yes.
And we are joined by the one and only Mike Pollock, who I'm sure everyone here knows as the amazing voice of Jack Kirby from the Ninja Turtle episode The King. Definitely.
Yes, it was great to revisit that character after all these years. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh no, people are saying the frame rate's awful.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
It's looking good on our end.
We lowered the bitrate to 1200. There's really nothing else we can do.
One second.
My advice would be deal with it.
Mike, do you have any pseudo hacking tips you could give us?
My son is still asleep. He'll wake up. He'll get you later.
Any improvement, or is it still just the frame rate's real bad? Interesting.
Someone just said fix it. It's like, oh, calm down.
Okay, we'll fix it.
Oh, press the fix button.
Done.
Alright, well that's all we can do.
Is it not so we can't change any other settings?
I don't know what else you would change. I don't think you can change settings while you're streaming. Maybe you can. Input, but yeah, output. Video is that's as low as we can go. There's nothing we can do.
So you want to test it? We didn't have this problem.
Hold on. Here, let's stop the. If it doesn't look any better, might as well just.
Well, yeah, everyone, I do apologise. We'll look into this before DuckTales, but again, in every single practice stream I did, it was running fine.
Yep.
So it's just the old recording curse, as we like to say. Just so we shall begin. I gotta get back to the main world. So again, as we said, we have the amazing Mike Pollock here, and we're gonna do.
What a great time.
We are going to do the same thing we did last year. If people would like to ask Mike questions, you need to press that fancy donate button and donate what you can to help us raise money for IRC, and then you can ask Mike. I guess you have the right to ask Mike anything. It's just whether he wants to answer it is another thing.
Yep.
They call it Ask Me Anything, Answer Me Anything's different than that.
Mike, what are you allowed to do?
in terms of your Eggman voice or any voice for the just so people know ahead of time?
Well, I prefer to do stuff that Sega asks me to do because it's their character. So going off script by public request gets a little messy, but as long as it's unlikely to be taken out of context, which really doesn't narrow it down.
Yeah.
We'll recall the recent Snooping as Usual, which I said for Sonic Boom, but I had said previously, years back before I knew the backstory. And that annoyed me for many years. So, yeah, because people can't be trusted. You know how people are. You gotta tread carefully. So, I'll say generic stuff in character. But
So,
let's
yeah.
not make it all about voice requests.
Of course, but
Dance,
course.
monkey, dance.
So, Mike, I will start things off by asking what I did just before we started. So, your work on Lego Sonic Dimensions, would you say it is one of the only Eggman voice jobs you've done for the games, which was not actually recorded by anyone with Sega, correct?
Right. It was all the Warner Brothers team because Warner Brothers makes the Lego games.
Cool.
And I was sitting minding my own business. We were at the car dealer buying our car, and the phone rang. It was this lovely British accented woman saying, "Hi, I'm with Warner Brothers, and we have this Lego game we would like Dr. Eggman to be in." I said, "Really? Does Sega know about this?" Apparently they did. We alerted my agent. We alerted all the relevant parties, and then a couple weeks later, I was in a strange, never-before-seen studio in the bowels of Manhattan, spending about 4 hours yelling my brains out for Lego Dimensions.
Nice, and I would imagine because the script for Lego Dimensions it kind of plays a lot on fan service. I would imagine were there a couple of Eggman lines you were familiar with, just because I would imagine you probably had a bunch of fan requests for things like get a load of this and yeah. So I would imagine probably most of or a good chunk of Eggman's lines might have been just familiar to you at that point.
Yeah, it was well padded with lines you must love. So after a couple minutes of reviewing the script, I said, "Oh, I get what we're doing. Okay, cool."
So again, I see on Facebook about the snooping as usual line. Was there? I mean, obviously, you kind of it's your job to read the script, but was there a moment where you were like, "Oh, I wish I didn't have to say this," just in regards to because you know exactly what that meme means.
I am there to read the script, and whenever they want me to say, that's my job. So I tend not to complain. But I did visit with Sam Freiberger, the writer of the episode, on Facebook in an instant message, and my words to him were, "Why you? I oughta." Because I knew what was likely to happen, and he said, "Yeah, I'm king of the memes." And apparently he didn't realize the backstory to the same detail that I did. So he found out later and was like, "Oh, well, that's that. Thank you." So there you go. It's my gift to the fan base. Enjoy that.
Well, Mike, we always love it whenever you say the nice meme lines. I mean, I know you said in the past that you aren't much of a gamer, but your children sometimes play. Have your kids played this?
Yeah,
Hello?
when they're not involved in other games. Yeah, it's on the rotation for them. But yeah, there's also when I was recording the line, I said I should probably grab some raw video of this of me saying it for the folks who'd like to see the behind the scenes. So that's on my YouTube channel too.
I saw that. That was funny.
Hey, we got a donation, $5.
I'll take it.
From No Mike. It's not for you.
Oh, I see. I see.
This is for the Scrooge Perler. Gotcha. Thank you, Manuel.
Oh, I'm dead now. So, Mike, what things coming up that are non-Eggman related do you have in the pipeline?
The new Pokemon film, which I can say that I'm in, but I can't say who I voice. But the big 20th anniversary film. Go see it at a theater near you in November 5th and 6th. There's a limited theatrical release. I'll be there, not sure which theater. Not sure if I'll be there with the whole gang either, but yeah, that's awfully exciting. And I recently stumbled across the latest Kikoriki film, For diehard Mike Pollock fans, I was Big Oriki and Go-Go Riki back in the 2000s on 4Kids TV, and then when the Kikoriki people decided to make more movies, they said, "Oh, have him again." So I've been in 3 Kikoriki films, not exactly everywhere that you might want to look for your favorite films, but there's a website for one of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I gave that a tweet out to the social media world, and you should see it.
Go back to Pokemon. I mean, is that still the Pokemon? I believe it's still the Pokemon company is in charge of the dubbing for the current Pokemon series.
They are the overarching mega bosses. The actual dubbing is done by Duart Film and Video in Manhattan. But yeah, for the film, a Pokemon Mucky Muck came out and watched us.
Okay. Can you? I mean, I'm not sure if any of this is public knowledge at all, but are any other of the 4Kids cast back for that movie?
Oh, that's the many questions that people have yet to answer. All the cast are authorized to say they're in the film. They're not authorized to say who they play. If they're not voices you must know. But I'm apparently the only one who went out of my way to take them up on that offer. So
Okay.
I've already said too much.
So, like with a character like Eggman, who I think at this point you've easily voiced him the longest, longer than anyone, both in terms of I think the amount of video games and certainly in terms of animation. Is there something you do either internally or just something you look for in the various scripts that kind of keep it fresh for you in terms of how you voice him?
The scripts take the lead. If it's a darker themed game, Sonic Forces you'll find is slightly darker in many places. I've got to honor the script because going for comedy when you should be going for menace and terror is bad acting choices, and I would rather not make those. So I see what the script has, and within the first couple lines, oh, he's threatening death to the entire world. I guess this is not a comedy show at this point. And then I play it accordingly. And the directors are there and the producers are there to make sure that I'm giving them what they have in their head or giving them things they hadn't considered yet.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I think once I had asked you and you had said I think maybe the only time you didn't necessarily question anything, but I think it was in Sonic Unleashed when that was the first time I think they had Eggman do his kind of Santa Claus ho 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 laugh. That I believe one time you said I probably wouldn't go for that because it's hard.
That was all through Sonic X too.
Oh, yeah.
And the biggest challenge with the thing, thanks very much, is that I had laryngitis for a couple months and I was too stupid to go to an actual doctor, thinking, oh, this will go away on its own, and it didn't. And so through 1 or 2 episodes of Sonic X, Dan Green was my stunt laugher, unbeknownst to me until I heard the show on TV and said, "Oh, that's not really me. Is it interesting?"
So Mike, in a situation like that, would they have recorded you doing the laugh, but then just have Dan Green do it afterwards? Like,
They could have pulled previous laughs if they were really paying attention, but that probably takes more work. It's easier just to have them say to Dan when he's in for something else, "Here, laugh for this." He said, "Okay, sure." I'm sure I would have done the same for Dan.
Everybody who is watching right now, we are completely aware that the frame rate is awful.
No,
heard...
not. It's just your computers. It's nothing to do with our stream.
Yeah, maybe if you want the stream to look better, you should try harder.
Maybe if you donate money to the stream, frame rate will improve for you.
Just for every dollar we get, we'll put another frame on screen.
if we reach our $10,000 goal in this stream, we'll make it look good. But yeah, again, everyone, we apologize. We're not really sure why it happened. It was working fine in tests. We'll do our best to make sure this is fixed before DuckTales Remastered today.
I think maybe your computer is just overwhelmed by Mike.
It's I can't blame it. Mike's a very, very imposing man. He's just so damn good.
Thank you so much.
He's just so mean. The meanest man I've ever met.
Bots of all kind cower in fear. So,
Do you have any new?
Let's check.
What's our current total?
Our current total is refreshing.
Oh, good.
Is 6,321.
yeah.
In less than 2 days, thank you so much to everyone who was donating. I think yesterday was without question, our most successful single day for any of these events. So yeah, more than happy.
Woo!
So Mike, I'm sure this question is entirely in vain because you're a man who likes to keep his employers happy. But any update on word on a possible Sonic Boom Season 3?
If I knew, I couldn't tell you. If only there were some charity stream that would make that happen, I would happily support that. But there isn't one, so it's in the hands of the producers and the TV team and whoever else makes those decisions. I'll be the last. Well, I'll be the second to last to know. You'll be the last to know.
Do we know how much longer Season 2 is on for? Like how far into Season 2 they've aired already?
There were 52 episodes. You'd have to do the math as to how many of those episodes have already aired.
Okay. Yeah, I like
I
to
saw one
keep up with
estimate
doing what I
that-
can, but I'm not exactly sure where we are currently with it.
I saw one estimate that it'll run out by Veterans Day. I don't know if that's true. Because you never know the magic of TV. Oh, we have special stuff this week. Your show won't be on. So there's your extension for a few more weeks.
People in the chat might be able to see this. The control for Sonic Lego Dimension, not the best. I spent a minute trying to open this box. It won't lock on. And it's not letting me... Let's see if I can spin dash into it. I spin dash right through it. Yeah, the Sonic Lego Dimension, it's a game that it gets by on... See, and I won't even let me go on the...
Yeah, the rail.
The rail. Sonic Lego Dimension, it's a game that gets by a lot just on its kind of fan service. And it's funny writing. It is not the strongest gameplay wise. The control is quite bad.
Well, is that just for Sonic though? Do all the other characters handle pretty well?
So the problem is Sonic handles like no other character really in Lego Dimensions. He's kind of a unique beast. Because a lot of other characters that either like just have one specific skill. Sonic to a certain extent is kind of more of an all-rounder. He's the fastest character obviously by a mile. He's built for he's got combat. He's aerobatic, which normally those are broken up in two different categories. I guess to try and make him play like Sonic, but yeah, it's sometimes and these controls.
It's possible that all the programming hardware was made of Lego bricks, which is why it was so hard to work on.
There we go.
People are suggesting that because Skype is so process heavy, that perhaps Mike should call us instead of us calling him.
Sure, we can try that.
All right, Mike, I'm gonna hang up the call, and could you call us back?
Sure.
All right.
I'll call collect because that's how I roll.
The great thing about the Lego games is that you can die as many times as possible. It really doesn't. Just like in real life, death is meaningless, and so that's why I like these games, because I'm not very good at video games, as I'm sure everyone can tell. Would we need to restart the stream, Stephen, to make that take effect, or would just having him call?
He should just be able to call us back. He isn't calling back, I think. Oh shit!
Please come
Call
back.
us back whenever we're ready. Not calling back.
Well, we scared him off. Look, Stephen, do you think how it's showing in the OBS platform is how it's looking on the stream?
I'll come up with an
Um,
That doesn't look too bad.
that doesn't look bad, but I honestly don't know.
Okay, so again, everyone, apologies. It's the recording curse.
It says it's still lagging. Do we could try putting him in Discord. See if that helps.
Well, do you want to take a quick 2-second break, close everything down, we can get him in Discord, then start up again?
Sure. Why don't you tell everyone?
Okay, everyone, we're gonna take a quick break to try and fix some of these things again. Apologies for all the issues. We will be back in about 2 minutes. We're gonna try and put Mike Pollock on Discord and see if doing it from there smooths everything out. Then maybe we'll try and mess around with some of the settings. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Mike, we're about to go live again. Stephen, please check to see if we are.
Hey everybody.
Oh wait, we didn't update Mega Man. Let me quickly go update Mega Man in the title.
Oh.
What?
Hello, Mike.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Oh, is this thing on? Hello?
Sorry, Mike. I didn't hear what you said. Mike? Are you messing with us, sir?
Well, it sounds worse than.
Is Mike cutting in and out?
Yeah, this is worse than Skype.
Yeah.
People in the chat who recommended Discord, you're all wrong.
Oh, that's awfully.
Do we just want to go back to using Skype?
We switched to Discord and it sounds worse.
Yeah. So Mike, sorry to screw you around. Let's just go back to Skype.
I don't know if you heard. You might. This is awful.
This is great. Please donate to help us.
Oh man. You know what this calls for, though? I'll tell you what this calls for. Vodka.
Again, everyone in the
I'm wondering if I should try.
everyone in the chat, our deepest apologies. We honestly do not know what is going wrong, because in every test we did, everything worked fine.
Gareth, I have a theory. Ever since we played Seven Granddad, everything's gone to crap.
That mean game ruined my PC. That's Sue Silvergunner.
He's calling you.
I'm gonna get out of here. Disconnect from Discord. Accept from there.
Are we still live?
We should be.
Okay.
Check the thing on your phone.
I don't wanna. Are we just waiting for Mike to call us on Skype?
Yes. Oh, he's calling. He's calling.
Chris, if you're watching this, don't come over on Thursday. Come over now. Bring your computer.
How's that working?
That sounds a lot better.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much. And so I can Discord. That'll just take up unneeded space. Are we live? Are we streaming?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, again, everyone, so sorry for the delays, but we're back. We're just going to press on now, because I think we've wasted enough time. But in the start of, I believe, Stephen, we have received a few donations. Thank the Lord. You know, off time, so let's go and do that quickly.
Yeah, quickly, as in wait 5 years for it to refresh, and we have $30 from Gold Storm. His full name, Goldstorm07, has run out of funny jokes. Says, "Hey there, Mike. It's been a long time fan since."
They're just making jokes constantly about frame rate. It's been non-stop frame rate jokes. It's even hard to keep up with reading it because they just keep flooding in with frame rate jokes.
Are we live?
I don't know. Hey everybody, if we're live, say something along the lines of us being live.
Make a frame rate joke.
Yeah, okay, we're live now. Mike, can you say something to make sure everybody can hear you?
I'm not even going to do the bad reception joke. Hi, everybody.
All right.
So yeah, so I'm not sure what cut out. We apologize. We seem to, we confirmed we were live last. It's one of those things. So we're playing now. Please make, if it's bad, please make frame rate jokes.
All right, $5 donation from Sarah Handel. I vote to have Johnny play as Tails for Sonic Mania. Also, hi Gareth. I hope fatherhood is going well for you.
It's going very well, thank you. He'll be one in just a few weeks. Crazy.
I'm not confident about how much.
Find the next cat.
We are recording this locally, and we did read out some donations, and Mike fulfilled some Eggman requests.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure if they recorded, and I don't know if Mike wants to do it a second time.
Everyone did Mike recite a kind of meme casting song as Eggman.
Did anybody hear Mike recite
Shrek-tastic song
as Eggman?
Don't make me do it again.
We are aware that the frame rate is bad. Can you tell us if we sound okay? Everybody's getting a bunch of buffering.
Okay, cocktails.
I'm getting that too. I'm just not complaining about it.
So is it just video buffering or is it audio buffering as well?
When it buffers both.
So this is where Eggman went.
Video
Version of this called problem build.
Yeah, this Switch thing will never go anywhere. It's a flash.
Yeah, I think we are recording it locally, so at least when we put this on there, it won't be as bad.
It'll be bad.
It'll be pretty bad, but it won't be as bad.
We'll look back on this smile.
I don't know what to say. I guess we just keep going forward.
We're not live?
We are live, but it's buffering very much.
Okay, well,
A lot.
We are
You're apologizing, but I don't think they'll hear you because it's buffering.
well, it's time to do that. Aside from that, any donations.
I'm telling everybody, we are recording.
Things are starting to get interesting.
So, watch.
Okay, I tell people to still donate to ask me questions. Actually, get.
Watch the stream whenever it's uploaded in a few weeks.
Take to keep trying to live and leave more. Tell them to keep hopefully keep donating to us. Everything will get uploaded eventually.
Alright. Keep donating and
The best stream to watch back. It's just fix stuff.
well, perhaps we can edit it down some. Edit down all the
Oh, I'm still in Discord where someone just complained that the game audio is far too loud. Which reminds me to get the hell out of Discord, but that's...
Why did it get turned up? Turn it down to like negative 26. I hate your computer. Alright, so here we go. Keep donating and ask Mike questions. Mike, what is a question that someone has yet to ask you that perhaps you're wishing someone would? That's a dumb question, but
yeah, it is.
was that the question you were waiting for?
Yes. If you could have asked anything ever. It's not a question, but it's an interest. I would be delighted if people would take more interest in some of the other stuff I do, only because most of the time I'm not being Dr. Eggman. There's stuff that you'll never hear. There's stuff like corporate training videos, which unless you work for the company that has purchased these particular training videos, you'll never see me playing hapless employee Paul who's unable to fill out the right forms, but that's okay. But bear in mind that I'm always doing other stuff. I'm auditioning for other stuff, podcasts that, in this case, I haven't booked either of them, and I'm not bitter about it. But auditions, I'm constantly auditioning for commercials and podcasts and video games and other stuff, and I'm not booking them. So obviously you can't be interested in the things I'm not booking, but the things that I do book and will occasionally mention on social media, check them out, because sometimes they're good.
Yeah, I think still one of my favorite things you ever did was the Katy Perry Pop Chips commercial.
Yeah, which they apparently had some strict contractual deal with, and they've pulled it from the website. So I think all the legitimate versions are gone, but any re-uploads may exist.
That's a shame. That
Yeah.
video was great.
It was, and I had actually no direct contact with Katy Perry at the time, which is how many of these things often work. But that's okay, too.
We had
Just so you know, no one can hear you guys at all, says Games Enlisted on Discord.
Is the stream going?
It's our levels are set where they need to be. The stream is going. I mean, it's out of our hands. We're doing everything we can.
I'm not sure. At the end of the day, you got a laugh.
Yep.
I'll jump into Discord and ask questions, because why not?
According to the information in OBS, like, there shouldn't be any issues.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going a bit slow, but it's a preview window, and sometimes they don't always run at full percent. I don't know.
Can you get the Elgato to pick up Skype? The Elgato streaming software?
Anyone try and do that?
Well, can you do that? Have you ever successfully done it before in the past?
I don't think...
Didn't you have issues doing that in the past?
I don't think the Elgato will let us put the background...
We don't... Well, I don't care about that, because we can, like, technically edit that later.
Will we try and do that?
Well, can it pick up Skype? Does it pick up all the audio on your desktop, or just the game and your mic?
I think it might just be the game and the mic.
Yeah. Never mind.
So they can't hear anything.
There's a static image on screen, and the audio is completely lagged, so no one can understand what you're saying.
All right.
Just like in real life.
Oh, good. So it's normal.
Yeah, we're gonna need Chris to bring that laptop for Banjo Tooie. I don't know what the.
Well, I mean, it's recording, so...
We'll just keep going.
Well, let's just go until 3, and we'll tell everybody if, just to wait until 3 for Jack and Daxter if they can't see anything.
Okay.
Alright. Wait. until 3, 4.
Apologize again, but we're so sorry. Also, Mike, we're coming up to a bit now where I believe you voice the prestigious character Robot One
Mm-hmm.
in this scene. So again, for something like that, would that just be like when on the day the voice director just says we have a bit part, just voice it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And are you normally asked? Are you normally given a certain direction, or will they just say just do like any voice, whatever you want, type of thing?
They'll usually let me try something and then say, no, try it like this, or try something else.
Okay.
And I don't remember that specifically. It's been well over a year. It's been as old as our car. The car was in last July, so yeah, it's been a year. Yeah, I don't remember specifics about the special bonus voice, but I was there saying, sure, do stuff, and I'll do stuff.
Okay, I think it's about a year lead time.
It was less than a year, because the game came out holiday time. So yeah, the recording was just about 3 or 4 months before the game came out.
Okay, but I mean, on general, like you guys normally record the voices for the games. I think in the past you've said 6 months to a year before release date normally.
Yeah, the games are a little quicker. For example, Sonic Forces we recorded earlier this year, and that's coming out in holiday of this year, so that's close to a year. The cartoons are a year or slightly more than a year, because cartoons have to be all animated from scratch and after we record. The games, they can have a little more work in progress to them because they're just essentially syncing the voice to existing flap, and it's all very malleable. Ooh, malleable. Good SAT word, malleable.
Do there any new donations?
Can you?
Give me what?
Give me a 1 through 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Mike, could you do the same?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little suspense there.
Oh, right. You know, I'm not paying you extra for that long 9, but
Thank you.
um
Covered in the session, right?
okay, levels are fine. So let's just keep.
Are people can they see us now or?
Some people are saying that they can hear us now. Oh, they can hear us now. Well, great. They're saying thank you. Well, you're welcome. I didn't do anything, but you're welcome.
Again, guys, we deeply apologise for issues. We'll certainly do our best to make sure this doesn't happen again because nobody wants this. And I keep see this. I keep blowing up. It's great.
I just unmuted the stream. It's a little choppy sounding, but it's all right.
If one person can hear it, it's better than no one hearing it. So,
I posted this in the chat, and now that people are able to hear us, I'll just say it verbally. We apologize for all the issues. We're going to continue the stream until 3 p.m. since we are recording this stream locally. If you continue to have issues watching, please wait until 3 p.m. for Jack and Daxter played by Wee Dude in about 45 minutes.
yes, we are going to be uploading a edited version of this to make them as good as we can.
Yep.
We're trying to edit out all the technical issues so that basically just all the good questions and mic jokes will be in one easy watchable place. So any new donations / questions for Mike?
Let's go look.
If the stream crashes in the forest and no one... I'm sorry, that...
Actually, Mike, I have a slight question. Is there how much, if any, ad-libbing is there in the Boom cartoon during voiceover sessions?
There is lots of ad-libbing. Whether any of the ad-libbing gets used is entirely another matter.
Okay.
Case in point, there was... here's one that was used and one that wasn't used. In the four-parter arc, I guess it was, where one of the characters that Wally Wingert voices pronounced robot as a robot because it was appropriate to the character. And as we were recording, I was thinking, oh, I've got a funny idea. I'm just going to try it and see who likes it. So in a following line when Dr. Eggman says robot, he says it in a way like this, and you do something with your robots. Robots. And that got a laugh, and they kept that in. Another one, which was probably a little too subtle for them to realize it was an ad lib, in the recent musical episode that aired, Mr. Eggman, Dr. Eggman appears on the scene having just missed the end of the musical number, and he is asking the group, why does it look like everyone just finished the musical number? And I put a cute little comedic double take in there along these lines. Why does it look like everyone just finished the musical number? And they apparently thought, oh, that was just a false start. We'll take that out. No, it was actually comedy. Fine. Suit yourself, kids. You're in charge. It's fine. But yeah, their ad-libs they're funny to me, or they're funny to the rest of the gang, but not to the producers. But also they cut stuff for time, too, so I can't take it completely personally. We can hear you guys, although the stream keeps buffering. All right, fine.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
We have a $15 donation from the Richado. $5 to enter the Scrooge Perler raffle, 10 to Sonic 4 Episode 1. Thank you. I'm determined, FTA.
No, man, I want to play episode 2. It's a good game.
And if Mike feels okay about answering this, so you know it's going to be a great question.
Yes.
What was his...
Nothing but, what? Sorry.
What... I'm going to rephrase this question. What will be his professional answer for what was his reaction to finding out he would be the only retained voice actor when they changed the cast in 2009 for Colors?
Sure. When we recorded Colors, and it was at a studio I'd never been to, and with people that I'd never been working with, I said hi to the folks out in LA, because I was recording remotely from New York, and I gently broached the subject by saying, so I have to ask this because I'll probably be running into some old friends who want to know, am I the only one who's here as part of these proceedings?